All right. Here's some advice for couples therapists on abusive relationships. Here's some tips. Regardless of how obvious it may seem, regardless of how obvious it may seem, because of who's reacting and who isn't, do not pick a side. Do not pick a side. Because sometimes it could be the innocent person reacting. Like, people always like to look at the person who's reacting to 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 see who's the problem. But just because somebody's reacting does not automatically mean that they're the problem. It's a sign, but sometimes it's the innocent person reacting. There are times that I be and reacting to my mom's accusations, and I'm innocent. Like, you will never truly know who is a narcissist in couples therapy. Like, you will never know. Because the thing about a narcissist is, one thing that narcissists do, like when you're in an abusive relationship with somebody, in an abusive relationship with a narcissist, um, or in any kind of relationship with a narcissist, and you try to bring whatever they're doing to light, one thing the narcissists like to do, they like to take the words coming out of your mouth, take the words from out your mouth, and make it look like you're the problem. My mom did it to me. She was talking about, she's been talking about like, she's been talking about like how I'm afraid of moving out when I'm the first one who filed a first restraining order against her. I'm the one trying to get out of a conservatorship. I'm the one trying to leave her because she's toxic, she's abusive, emotionally, physically, and verbally. So back to couples therapy. When they're abusive, let them say their piece, and after you're done, start with the woman. Like, let the man wait in the waiting room until you call him back in. Tell the woman, start with the woman and be like this. All right. I don't know who's the narcissist, but just in case he is abusive, do not send him to couples therapy, because he can easily manipulate the most professional therapist into going against you. He can even beat you up even more because you are telling all of his business. Like, you are bringing all the stuff that he's doing into light. You are literally bringing shame to him, and he's trying to avoid shame. And when you are trying to tell on him in front of him, that puts you in danger. He could beat you up. He could beat you up once you get home. So one thing I highly recommend you do is to file a restraining order, at least in the waiting room. And if your boyfriend tries to be all possessive, try to hover over you, be like, hey, make a big scene, say out loud, like, hey, you do not own me. Stop trying to stop me from being on my phone. Stop trying to control me, trying to make me go home with you. Let me rest here a little bit. Say it out loud. Because narcissists know how to behave in a public setting. And if he doesn't, call the police. Okay, learn some self-defense techniques for women. But here's the thing, just in case you are the narcissist, I'm going to tell you this. If you use any sorts of deadly force against your man, no amount of manipulation is going to save you from being in prison. Always find a way to get out the house, regardless of what you do or don't have. Always focus on you. Use your mantras. Repeat 10 times every time Like every morning, write down your feelings on Google Docs. Do it in a foreign language if you have to. Don't save your Google account on your phone or on your laptop because that's easy access to your personal information. Focus on your hobbies, focus on you, and work your way out. Every time you feel every time you feel like you need to go back to this person, write down all the horrible things he did to make you upset, to motivate you into leaving. Work your way out, no matter what. Because if you don't, he's going to eventually kill you. Eventually kill you. But again, just in case you're the narcissist, you try anything malicious to the point where it could be criminal, no amount of manipulation is going to save you from prison. And then after you're done giving the woman advice and resources, call the man in from the waiting room, and then tell the woman to wait out the waiting room, like to focus on her restraining order. And then you tell the man the same thing. You tell him the same thing. So that's how you do it. So yeah. Another thing, how do I say this? If you're innocent, and let's say, for example, you're being interrogated, you're being detained, tell the police officer, like, I could say my truth on backwards. I can say my truth on backwards if you don't believe me. Tell both parties this. So I can tell both parties this individually and privately from each other. Like, tell them if they ever get detained, tell them I can tell my truth on backwards. Backwards if you don't believe me. Okay. When you get into the police station. So yeah, God bless. Do not pick a side. Give them both the resources they need. Have them end it as soon as possible in the waiting room through a restraining order. Have them make a scene just in case each one other party gets possessive or hovering over them or try to force them to go home with them. So yeah. Because you will never know who the narcissist is when it comes to couples therapy. Like, the narcissist can easily manipulate even the most professional therapists. Yeah, God bless.